Hello everyone, it's Tom Miller here from Transition Foundation. Now today I really want to talk to you about OpenBazaar. So learn all about it. It's still very early days, but a free market for all. So what does that mean? Well, that OpenBazaar, they released probably about a year and a half ago a really good explainer video about their reasons for launching this. A free market for all, no, excuse me, no fees, no restrictions. What would it be like living in a world where you can just sell anything? You don't have to sort of get permission from anyone. You're your own human being. You can just go and start putting up your offers on the internet, and people could buy. So that's kind of what the world that OpenBazaar promises, and it's really cool. And I remember reading about a year and a half ago, in fact, when it got funded as well. It got funded $1 million, by the way, and a bit more. But there was a great explainer video that talks about that. But I remember reading in the forums that once the beast is released, there's no going back. And so this beast has released. And what they mean by that is that the code is decentralized, so it runs on lots of computers. People download a piece of software, so you can download it right now, and then it runs, you actually host your own store on your computer. So there was a time with the internet that you actually hosted your own website on your home computer. But then obviously when you turn your computer off, it disconnects from the internet and people can't load your website. So we have this idea of website hosting and web servers, which are computers that stay online 24/7. So you can go and get OpenBazaar hosting and things like that as well to have your store online 24/7. But let's talk about some of the benefits. So I just sort of made a map. So one of the big benefits is free listings. In the past I used to sell shoes on eBay, and I'd be paying 20%. So if I sell shoes for $100, I'd be paying 20% on top of that. In that. So 20% would be $20, obviously. So I'd only make $80 plus I've got to pay for the shoes. So it makes a lot of sense to actually move to a type of system or e-commerce system where you don't have to do that. It's really easy to list products. You actually own your own reputation. So the reputation that you build on OpenBazaar, you own it, and you can take it elsewhere. And there's lots of different pieces of software that are slowly being developed by open source programs all over the world where you can start publishing your reputation in other parts of the internet. Another really key feature is that you're never at risk of having your funds frozen. So if you have a look, I did a search and I found PayPal, and PayPal is just notorious for freezing your funds. So understandably, there's a lot of scams out there and things like that. You don't need to register, you don't need to go along to a bank or anything like that. So that's just a few things. Here's something I wrote about 6 days ago, exactly. Could this technology take out Amazon, eBay, or Alibaba? Here's an example of a decentralized online store using OpenBazaar. However, all the listings get pulled from the normal web, as you can see here, so I'll talk about that in a sec. It's extremely powerful for the third world, and the reason for that is because you don't need to get or pay or get approved for a bank account. You don't need to pay for a website. There's no fees, no restrictions on anything, and it's faster and safer when you know how to use the technology. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to show you the software here. This is what it looks like. You can go and search for things up here. This is a store, Arcana Strategic, that I've been building, and here's a bunch of products that I've been building in there. This is for a client. And it's a really cool way of actually, I can type in shoes. The search facility is not super fast on the decentralized store searching, like this type of methodology. So hence, it's kind of similar to torrents. If you go and download illegal movies, off the internet, then with torrents, you have these things called torrent searches. Like there's a very famous one is called Pirate Bay, and there's even the Pirate Bay political parties around the world forming now. So nothing came up there. But so what you use instead is these things. And there's two out at the moment called Duo Search, so duosear.ch. And so if I go and type in the store name, ARC, there it is, Arcana Strategic, so ANA, and it actually brings up the store right here. So if I go and click on one of these, say for instance, quarterly membership, I can click on, it brings up the store and it shows what the benefit is. By the way, I forgot to say this is all in Bitcoin, but it also specifies the AED amount, whatever fiat currency you choose to host your store in. So people do have to buy in Bitcoin. I should have mentioned that probably at the start of the start of the video. Then you press buy on OpenBazaar. It says, do you want to launch application? And it brings you over to the application that loads the actual product. So you buy through this process just because it's a safer way of doing things. So you press buy, and then it says, do you have a Bitcoin wallet, and you configure it. But I won't go into the details of it right now. It's just more important just to go along and have a look at the products. At the moment, I mean, this is still such early days. It might take 2 to 3 years for this to really actually take on and even be noticed. But at the same time, I've interviewed 2 people on OpenBazaar, and they've both been making money on OpenBazaar right now. One of them's made about $700 in the last 4 weeks. So this is technology to definitely look at, and it's definitely something that people can be successful at now. Start looking at it. So you can go to Duo Search with a .ch at the end and check out all the products there. You can actually click on, no, I'm not sure what it is there. So that's a pretty cool, you can go, at the moment there's 270 online stores, 6,683 online listings, and 85 moderators. All right, thanks very much for listening, and hope to see you on the next video.